What up?
Uh,
How you doing, big dog?
Very, very, very tired.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Working like a slave in a Japanese
Hey,
sweatshop.
now listen, buddy. We can't be making slave jokes on here.
I'm just speaking the truth.
I mean, that's fair, but like, I feel like that's a one-sided conversation. If I make a slave joke, I might get yelled
Hey, if you can't be real, you can't be real. Nah,
at.
nah, just it's just very rough. It was a very rough day. Has to be like that. But hey,
That's
got through it.
that's the understatement of the century.
Got through it.
Oh yeah, well, it's like 3 degrees here, guys. I can't even feel my testicles. Welcome to the Big Boy Show.
Wow. On that note, but,
I mean,
well,
are you gonna take us off with the introduction or what?
I might let you
That's
do it
what
today.
I was waiting on.
Oh, you want me to do
I might let you do it today.
it? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Big Boy Live podcast, featuring your man Professor X, and always 100% real talk Hollywood.
What up?
Not bad. Not bad. Oh,
Except for the fact my dyslexic ass just kicked in and I flipped his name around.
That's right,
Mhm.
but I figured I wasn't gonna call you out on it. It's all right.
well, you know,
What it do? Pow, pow, bang, bang. What
He said, "I'm gonna make it do what it do, baby."
up? That's right. Just call me Snoop, baby. Holla, holla.
Holla.
I love it. It's that bad lip reading, and they're doing it for Andrew Luck, and he goes, "Hey, holla," and it's just so funny 'cause he's so white.
holler, holler, holler,
Holla.
holler.
Oh man, shit,
All
this is
right,
gonna be
so
good.
I'm gonna dive into it real quick. Big Boy, real talk, and I were having a conversation just a minute ago, and we were talking about the NFL weekend playoff games we got coming up, and we got the Titans versus the Bengals, and we have the Bills versus the Chiefs, and we've got the Packers versus the 49ers, and we've got the Rams versus the Bucks, and we wanted to know your take. Who you think's gonna win those games?
Oh, that's a tough one. Playing the Bengals and you said Bengals and who else again?
Titans.
Bengals and the Titans. That's gonna be a tough one. I mean, but I think Titans a little more consistent than what the Bengals are.
Big boy, I love you, buddy, but I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with your assessment here. And I know you're a Titans fan, and I'm okay with that.
Titans fan. I know all that.
I thought you said
He's
you
a
was
Dolphins fan. He's a Dolphins fan.
Oh, he's from Kentucky. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting college, and that's my bad. Anyways, I mean, like, I don't think the Titans are consistent because they're the only team. Well, not the only team in the league at this point, but they were the first team in the league to lose to the Jets. I mean, come on, they're not consistent. They're consistently bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're good.
I mean, obviously they're not too bad with a 12-5 record, but here's the thing: they're a one-trick pony.
Yeah,
Tennessee's a one-trick pony. And Ryan Tannehill is not a threat through the air. Tennessee's entire game is premedicated on Derrick Henry's ability to just bowl people over.
Well, Ryan Tannehill is I think a tier 2 quarterback. He's not Aaron Rodgers. I hate to say it. Oh, I hate to say it. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth. He's not a Joe Burrow.
No, he's not.
Leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
But the thing about it though is
Ryan Tannehill, for lack of a better term, guys, is Jimmy Garoppolo. He's the exact same quarterback as Jimmy Garoppolo. He's just a face. He's just a face you can associate with the franchise. But when you need him, when you call his number and you need him, 9 times out of 10, he shrinks away from the big light moment.
Yeah, you call his number when you need him, and he's like, Ryan Tannehill, and he trips over his own 2 feet, running out onto the field. That's the kind of quarterback I think Ryan Tannehill is.
Yeah, they call his number and they go, nobody responded to 8675309.
Wow, you should have called JG. I need cash now.
JG Wentworth.
Well, think about it though too about Cincinnati though. If everybody's firing on all cylinders, like if Mixon's firing on all cylinders and Burrow's firing on all cylinders, and then what's that receiver named Chase?
Chase, yeah.
If he's actually having a decent game, he's kind of inconsistent too. He blows up, he blows up, but when he don't blow up, he's kind of like a waste. I mean, like I said, if he blows up, like this like a fantasy football, the game that the last game he played, blew up. He got so many points in fantasy, and my buddy is like, I had him on the bench because he ain't did nothing, and then all of a sudden, once the to do something, So it's like if everybody's firing on cylinders, all right. So and then also too, you also got to think about when's the last time Cincinnati's been in the playoffs versus last.
Well, I mean that's fair.
Versus the last time Tennessee's been in the playoffs. So
yeah, but Tennessee choked in the playoffs several times.
Yeah, that's true, but he has more experience, so in playoff.
I mean, look,
let's be honest here, okay? Let's think about this, and I can't believe I'm doing this today, but I'm playing devil's advocate for the Bengals. And that's not a good look for me. I hate it. The first off, it was Burrow's rookie season last year, and despite what everybody says football's football, but you got to realize the National League is like the top 3% of college football, like the top best players out of college football make up the National Football League. Okay, and I think 3% might be too much. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong here, X or Big Boy.
1%. Top 1%.
Okay, 1%. The top 1%. I mean, the best of the best make up the NFL. So it's a different beast no matter what you do. So
right. That's all. I mean, yeah, y'all know that. I mean, when you watch a college football game versus an NFL game, it's a totally different atmosphere.
It is.
That's true.
But
That's true. Good point.
But that being said, it's a completely different creature. And Burrow, who was a stud in college, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy for leaving Ohio State.
Pretty much, yeah. He was a stud in college, and he comes to the NFL, and he goes to at the time, pretty sure they were like top 4 worst team, might be the worst team. Actually, they were the worst team, right? Or the second worst.
At the time, they were the worst team in that division.
No, I think it was in the division. But I thought that I'm talking about for the draft. When the Jaguars took Trevor Lawrence first,
Jags took Trevor Lawrence. The Jets took Zach Wilson,
and the Bengals took Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
So he goes.
No, wait. That was no, you're talking about last year's draft. Joe Burrow's been in the league. His rookie season was last year. So
right.
This is his second year in the league.
Right.
So he wasn't a part of that draft class. This was Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, and all them. They got drafted this year.
No, Joe Burrow's last year and Trevor Lawrence's last year, the same year.
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
They
You're right.
weren't. No, they weren't.
Okay. So, anyways, he was the first draft. He was the first pick in the draft. So you think about it, right? It's his second year in the league, okay? Because this is all about Jamar Chase, whatever the hell his name is. It's his second year in the league, right? He's already took a team that hasn't been in the playoffs in years to the playoffs his second year, right? Is anybody else seeing this besides me? So, and he's got this Chase boy which is his rookie league, and he's already put up like, third and 4 year wide receiver numbers. Yes, I get it. He's inconsistent, but he has been consistent the last 4 or 5 games. At least I know because I watched. He's been consistent. Those games.
He's been consistent in inconsistency.
Please, Cage.
What?
No, I had a little disturbance. I had 2 pit bulls trying to play and making the ruckus.
Oh, okay. I feel you on that. Yeah, no. But anyways, I think it's going to be definitely the Bengals. Definitely the Bengals.
It's gonna be a good game, though. I mean, it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a game of like gotta have minimum mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like these 2 teams here can capitalize on any players' mistakes. I mean, but I was highly impressed with Cincinnati. Highly impressed with them. I mean, they got a pretty decent fan base. They got. I can see them. I mean, it's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a good game. So who's the other one? The other teams playing?
The second one in the AFC, and I'm afraid we're going to get stuck on this topic for a minute, but the second one in the AFC is Buffalo and Kansas City. So I'm going to keep it really short and sweet, and I'm going to defer to both of you guys on this topic. My pick this year, Kansas City beat them last year. Buffalo is out for blood this year. And Josh Allen is playing a hell of a lot better this year than he did last year. All I'm going to say is just reference that win against the Patriots. 7 straight drives. 7 touchdowns. 7 touchdowns.
Lebanon has 6
drops. 2 of the Patriots not the same kind of team as they were before.
10, so almost done.
Yeah, too. I mean, the Kansas City, they're a tough team, but like I said, they're kind of inconsistent too.
How many guys called in?
They can, you know what I'm saying? But Buffalo got a tough team. Josh Allen's a beast of a quarterback. But when he has an off day, it's not really much of an off day. I mean, he may throw a couple of interceptions, but he's still throwing 3 or 4 touchdowns. So it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a tough game.
Do you honestly know who Josh Allen reminds me of?
Which is already halfway loaded in.
Honestly, big boy, do you know who Josh Allen reminds me of?
Who?
And he should be honored at the fact that I'm mentioning his name along with this one. But bro, he reminds me of Brett Favre. Like he's just a straight gunslinger like Brett Favre was. He's going to do whatever he can to try to make the play. If it ends in total catastrophe and failure, yeah, it ends in total catastrophe and failure. If it ends up good, then hey, he made the right choice.
You know what makes what makes Josh Allen have an advantage edge over Brett Favre is that Josh Allen is also mobile. He's a mobile player. He's long too.
I was going to say he doesn't throw near as many interceptions, but yeah, that as well.
Yeah, he's definitely more accurate than Favre was. But
no,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm at work, so I got to miss half of that conversation. We were talking about the Chiefs and the Bills.
No, it's your turn, Hollywood. So your take on Kansas City and Buffalo. Who you got, and Buffalo. What are the reasons why?
I got Buffalo. Me and X are talking about this on the phone. Of course, our podcasts are always, hey, let's do a podcast. Okay. So we were already on the phone talking this morning, and we were talking about it, and I gave him my take on it. I think that it's Buffalo because last year, and it's been talked about on ESPN already. Last year, the Buccaneers just completely dominated the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and that's because they came up with a defense that Mahomes couldn't beat. Because the Chiefs' big thing, and that's what started off this year as well, is that they like to do quick scores. They like to do quick plays, big plays all the time, boom, 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 boom. Which is why everybody became a Chiefs fan overnight because they're exciting to watch. They really were, especially after like those 2 seasons. They were extremely exciting to watch. I mean, shit. Mahomes, it's like, okay, Mahomes gets the ball on the 10-yard line. There's Tyreek Hill at the 40. He catches the ball. There's no one around him, and boom, he scored. And they've wasted like, 8, 10 seconds of clock, and that's it. And then well, what is that guy's name? Head coach Aaron Aries, Buccaneers. Bruce something.
Bruce Arians.
Bruce Arians. He comes up. Him and his team comes up with this defense and just completely shuts them down. You can't do it. You can't make these plays. It's against the law. And everybody in the league took notes, and they were like, "That's how you stop the Chiefs." Hey, everybody in the league has been stopping the Chiefs ever since. You think about it. Like, honestly, think about it. So I think that Buffalo will have something for them because, in all reality, I think that the Chiefs have. I mean, their team's good. Obviously, it's the NFL, but they have a handful of great players with a lot of good ones. But you stop Travis Kelce, you stop Tyreek Hill, you stop that Pringle boy, and shit, I can't remember the running back's name now. But you stop his big weapons, and Mahomes has got nothing. He really doesn't. I mean, don't get me wrong, the man can throw a football. He is a great quarterback, but he does not have. This is his third or fourth year in the league, something like that. He does not have the composure, and he does not have the experience that comes with a more veteran quarterback to deal with this kind of stuff. And he has a hard time separating family and the game because his brother is a chode, like legit is one of the dumbest human beings alive. Well, seriously, the guy does a bunch of TikToks and shit, and he's like, "Ooh, check out my cool dance moves." And everybody's like, "The reason you have a following is because you're Patrick Mahomes' brother, not because you're good. Shut up, stop breathing. In fact, find the tree that provides oxygen for you on this planet and apologize to it for wasting it." Like that's and his fiance ain't much better anymore. She gets drunk there in the stands with his brother and does stupid shit. I mean, how is it you're going to be a quarterback's wife and or a quarterback's fiance, wife, baby mama, whatever, and then act the fool like that? Like, grow up. Patrick Mahomes, I think he's a class act. I really do. And I think he's a good dude for what we see, obviously. But when push comes to shove, it just boils down to she should be that way also if she's going to be in his life. It's his reputation. I mean, dude owns half the Kansas City Royals and yada yada yada. Anyways, I'm getting off topic here. Sorry, Bruce. I think it's going to be the Bills. I think the Bills got their number this year.
I mean, I think so too. I think Bills got an opportunity to get a chance. Like, it's going to be a good year. I mean, it's going to be a pretty good year.
Look, I'm going to be real honest. I'm actually going to be real honest. If Buffalo does win, I hope they go all the way to the Super Bowl and win. Like, I'm not going to be mad. That franchise has been waiting for so long for a championship. I mean, you guys were young, but I remember all the years. Like I grew up watching Buffalo be in the Super Bowl year after year after year after year, and every year they were in the Super Bowl, they got their asses kicked. Like it wasn't even a game. Washington beat them in '91 by 17 points. Dallas beat them the next 3 years by double digits. It was not a pretty sight, and they've been waiting. So if they get over that hump, man, I was always raised to pull for an underdog, and by God, I'll tell you, of all the good teams that are left, the two best underdogs are the Bengals and the Bills. So before we get to the NFC and start the whole new topic, we are going to pause for a moment for a message from our sponsors, and we will be right back after this short commercial break.
That's right, everybody. Thank you for listening into the podcast. This is your boy, Big Boy. This podcast is brought to you and sponsored by Terra Jersey Enterprise. Terra Jersey Enterprise will hook you up with some custom shirts. Also, Terra Jersey Photography, capturing your moments of today to make them last for a lifetime. But like I said, this podcast is brought to you by Terra Jersey Enterprise.
Oh, delay. Hey, yo, it's the Fat and the Furious.
So fellas, I got a quick question for you.
I'm sorry, for who?
I got a quick question for y'all.
Okay.
So, name me one expense that you gotta pay for, every week, just in order for you to get to work.
Yes.
Yes, I'm assuming that's
Gas.
the word.
Yes. So, I'm gonna throw this out there. Everybody out there, our listeners and everything, if you want to save money on your gas purchases, try out the app called Get Upside, where you can receive cash back for your gas purchases, and also food purchases, and also sometimes the gas stations in-store purchases, sometimes up to 20% or up to 20 cents off of your gas. So try out that Get Upside app. Links will be in the description. All right, back to what we're about to talk about NFL.
You could say something about what is it, RBX or some shit like that. The RBX price for your prescription needs too. Just saying. You guys seen that commercial? Am I the only one? Am I just talking out my ass here?
I don't have regular TV. I got Netflix.
I do not even know what the TV is. So fuck you guys.
I highly suspect.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
All right, let's get back to the NFC.
All right. So recapping the conversation we were having. We were talking about this weekend's upcoming playoff games in the NFL. We're talking about our new picks. We started with the AFC, the American Football Conference, and now we're going to move on to the National Football Conference, the NFC. And even though I don't, you know what? I'm going to start because I'm not gonna do what everybody thinks. I'm going to start with the Rams and the Bucks. And we're going to go with each person's thoughts and feelings on that one. So, Big Boy, I'm going to throw that off to you. Let's take us away with Rams and Bucks.
I think Buccaneers going to win that one because you can never count Brady out. I mean, no matter how much you hate the guy or it's not, you can never count Brady out. I mean, Brady's got a lot of weapons and great coach. And like I said, you just can't count them out. Cannot count them out. And the Rams, Golf he's still he's inconsistent too. I think he's an inconsistent quarterback.
Well, yeah, considering he plays for the Lions, you're right.
Shots fired. Shots fired. That quickly.
But, I'm just saying, Jared Goff plays for the Detroit Lions. They trade him and a force to get Matt Stafford as the Rams quarterback.
Oh, that messed up?
You did. It's all right, buddy. We all do it. I did it the other day.
My bad. I'm sorry, y'all, but I still think it's the Bucks.
He's like, I don't care if I was wrong or not. It's still gonna be the Bucks because Tom Brady's on the Bucks.
Yeah.
No, I just think you can't count him out. I mean, you just cannot count Tom Brady out.
What kind of deep pockets Tom Brady has, and how many times he's let a referee powder his asshole. You're right. You can't count him out.
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, I got a question for you, big boy. Do you know what Tom Brady's spirit animal is?
Oh, I don't know. What is it?
It's a cheetah.
I didn't know the answer to that one.
I think it's on Facebook, and it was on the NFL memes page or something. And it said, "You can't call Tom Brady the GOAT until you play for the Jets."
but listen, but to be fair, again, this is the first time in his entire career, outside the 1 year where they were perfect, and they lost to a football stuck to a helmet catch in a Super Bowl. But we won't go there.
I don't want to talk about that.
This is the first time that Brady's actually had a crew. Like, he's actually had a defense, a really good defense. He's actually had very good offensive weapons. Because think about it. Outside of Randy Moss and Julian Edelman, who was the best player he had in, New England? Well, that was Gronk.
Right.
But he also had excuse me.
Now, you can't forget Aaron. Aaron.
Oh yeah. We can't forget Aaron Hernandez, who hung himself in prison and is now worm food. Yeah. All right. Good shout out.
That guy, and then Brown, who just shot his entire NFL career to smithereens because he threw a tantrum. Yeah, you right.
Yeah, you're right. What I was gonna say is the only other weapon he had outside of Troy Brown was Wes Welker. But that's the thing. He did it all with a bunch of nobodies. So, I'll give him that. I'll give the nod to that. It wasn't like he was stacked. The Patriots weren't picked to beat the Rams in that Super Bowl. I mean, good God, the Rams were stacked across the board. Warner, Isaac Bruce, Marshall Falk, all them boys. Like, they came to play. And
hey.
They weren't supposed to.
Has anybody watched that? I'm sorry.
No, you good.
Has anybody watched that? Has anybody watched that Kurt Warner movie yet?
No, I want to so bad, but it's not on any kind of streaming service, and I'm not, a big enough fan of Kurt Warner to go to the movie theater. I'm not even a big enough fan of Spider-Man to go to the movie theater anymore, so. Shit.
Well, Professor X just said Kurt Warner decided to throw it out to see who might say it. I heard people say it was a good movie, so I'm not going to go to the movie theater and watch it. I ain't paying $20 to watch Kurt Warner, so.
That's where I'm at. I can't do it. Because I got a wife who loves getting popcorn. I'm like, honey, we just had dinner. And she's like, yeah, I know, but popcorn. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It's just going to be more. The movie's going to cost more than that steak I just bought you. So, yeah, you're right. I still want to do it. What was the point of getting you a really nice meal and then just taking and just I could have just went to the movie theater and saved $75.
But I think Professor X is right though. I mean, Brady has a good crew. He has a good crew. So
Well, okay. Listen. I'm not taking anything away from Brady. You know, he's a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback. I don't want to say decent. Everybody's like he's the GOAT. Yes, stats don't lie. Okay, stats do not lie. So I can sit here and try and be biased against it. Not a Brady fan. However, I started pulling for Brady. I know. Get your guests out now.
You cannot ever discount the numbers. You're exactly right. That's the reason. That's the reason why I pay homage to him too. Exact same reason you do. Numbers don't lie.
I pulled for Brady up until they played the Bills in the regular season this season. After he left New England, man, I've been like, you know what? Tom Brady's not that bad of a guy. You know, I guess it was just Bill Belichick paying off the refs and this, that, and the other. But I watched the two of the most tic-tac calls and one of the worst calls I've ever seen in football go against Bills in that game whenever they had them beat dead to rights, and it gave Brady the win. And I mean, it was some of the dumbest. They took away a touchdown, saying that we just said his name, Josh Allen stepped out of bounds, and he didn't. They replayed it like 9 times. Motherfucker never stepped out of bounds, but they said he did. And because they said he did, even though everybody in America saw him clearly not, they took away his touchdown. And it was just one of those things where it was like, oh, look, they're pulling bullshit for Tom Brady yet again. You know, and that's the kind of crap that I don't like. If it's a fair game and you beat him, which Tom Brady does for most of his games, it's fair and he wins, like, legitimately. I'm okay with that. But you guys can't sit there and tell me that Tom Brady isn't the only guy. I know he's not the only quarterback or team they do this for in certain instances. But, you know, you can't tell me that Brady won a lot of don't you do it, you shut up. Brady,
Aaron Rodgers.
Big Ben. Big Ben. Shut the hell up. Anyways, Brady's won a lot of his games because the refs have helped him win. Okay, has helped them win whenever they were clearly beat in certain games, and they're like, nah, you know what? They need to go back for a 7th ring or some shit like that. And it's like, no, that's not right, guys. You know, if they're beat, they're beat. And the reason why they lost that Super Bowl where they almost had the perfect season was because you couldn't take away that catch from Odell. Now, I wish Odell – well, I'm glad he made the catch, but I wish he never would have made the catch. Odell made the catch. No, that's not the catch. Who made that catch?
In the league, then. That was Mario Manningham, bruh.
Mario Manningham. I still hate that guy, too, because he's from Michigan. Fuck him. Of course, I don't remember – I don't even know who he plays for now.
I don't know if he's still in the league.
I don't think he is either. I think he like caught that one pass and he was like, "All right, cool, good talk, peace." And who the fuck is? Anyways,
he's probably some accountant for some insurance agency now.
Why do I feel like that's accurate? And you're just trying to be smart.
hey, you never know.
I mean, like, he probably sells insurance from State Farm, like your neighbor. State Farm.
Hey, just so you guys know, that really is the dude who does the voice of the gecko on Geico. Mario Manningham. Mario Manningham is the voice of the gecko. No, I'm kidding, but yeah, it's just funny based off of what we said. Okay. So just so everybody knows, this is the reason why I did the Bucks and the Rams first, because Hollywood still has not given us his pick. He's gone on a tangent. So, Hollywood, who is your pick for the Rams Bucks?
Rams.
Why do you pick the Rams?
Well, I'll tell you why I picked the Rams. Because it is not because I think they're better or that they will win. It's because that's who I want to win. But I want to see Matt Stafford. You know, if Heaven forbid the Packers don't win. Heaven forbid. I want to see Matt Stafford actually win something for a change because the guy is a stellar quarterback, and he had one of the top receivers ever to play the game with him over at Detroit, but he had absolutely nobody else. Absolutely nobody else.
Megatron.
So, Megatron, Calvin Johnson, the man, the myth, the legend. Yes.
Yeah.
And
What happened to him?
He retired. He just retired.
Wow.
He was in the league for 9 years.
No, straight up. Hold on, straight up. Here's the facts behind that. Calvin Johnson literally did the exact same thing that Barry Sanders did. Now, big boy, I know you were young, but I don't know if you remember whenever Barry demanded a trade from Detroit, and they told him no, and because they told him no, he just said fuck it and retired. That's exactly what Calvin Johnson did. He asked for them to draft weapons for him and Stafford, and they said no, we're going to address the defensive side of the ball. He said, okay, then I want to be traded out. And they said, and he said, I want to be traded out to a team that has good defensive pieces to bring into Detroit for me. So trade me to that team. They said no. He said, okay, well, then I just want to be traded in general. They told him no. He said, okay, fuck you. I retired just like Barry Sanders. That's exactly what happened, dude. The two – Hollywood is right. The two most stellar players that Detroit has ever had. Seriously. They've never had a stellar quarterback. Never. Has been Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson. That has been the two best players they've had in that franchise's history.
Well, and Matt Stafford, he's a good quarterback.
Oh yeah, he was, and that's not to take any. And I'm not trying to take anything away from him, because yeah, you're absolutely right. He was an amazing quarterback, but you're talking about a dude who was basically, and again, don't yell or shout, Hollywood, but you're talking about a dude who was basically playing for a franchise who had no offensive line and got hit damn near as much as my boy Big Ben. Like Big Ben is literally the most sacked quarterback in history. Guess who's number 2? Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
In the history of the NFL.
Like sack in his face.
Oh, fuck y'all.
Hang on there. But I want to see Stafford win. I think he deserves it, I really think he deserves it. And
Yeah.
then he's got Cooper Kupp on offense. What is that? Who is that? Higbee? Is that guy's name? Higbee? Something like that? The tight end?
Something like that.
Higbee, Odell Beckham Jr., Cam Akers.
No, okay, first off, this brings me into my Odell thing. Odell is nobody, okay? He's nobody. He had one great catch that made him just the biggest fucking trash-talking wannabe receiver in the league, and he's never done anything since then, okay? He hasn't. He hasn't been a part of a winning team. He was on the Browns, and I think, and this is my personal opinion, I think the Browns are going to be in the Super Bowl here in the next couple of years. You wait. You let them get a couple of good receivers that, Are you done?
Oh, hold on. Wait. Okay, now I'm good.
Okay, good. You let them get a couple of good receivers, and I think they'll be one of the top teams because they have the pieces to do it. They have the run game. They have the defense. They have the quarterback. But
they don't have the quarterback.
You say they need a different quarterback? No, they don't.
They need a different quarterback. Baker Mayfield is not that guy.
I think Baker Mayfield.
I'm sorry. I differ.
That's right, everybody. Thank you for listening into the podcast. This is your boy, Big Boy. This podcast is brought to you and sponsored by Terra Jersey Enterprise. Terra Jersey Enterprise will hook you up with some custom shirts. Also, Terra Jersey Photography, capturing your moments of today to make them last for a lifetime. But like I said, this podcast is brought to you by Terra Jersey Enterprise.
Did we just go to break and you didn't tell anybody?
No, I lost connection there. No,
I was
no,
like,
I'm gonna say.
I
I'm
was
gonna say
like,
it's too.
I was like, hold on a second. All I said was Baker wasn't that guy, and both y'all motherfuckers hung up on me. What the shit?
No, I agree because Baker Mayfield, he did not perform for me very well at all this year in fantasy football. I was very disappointed.
You gotta understand he broke the damn shoulder though, and they still made
He's
him play.
not the dude, man. He's just not.
I have said
Listen.
this for
Baker
years.
Mayfield. I'm telling you, Baker Mayfield is the best thing that Cleveland has had since Bernie Kosar. And both of y'all motherfuckers are too young to know who the hell that is. So sorry, but he is the greatest Cleveland Browns, franchise quarterback in history, Bernie Kosar. And it's like they haven't had anything since him. They're the one team in the league who has gone through more quarterbacks than anybody else.
Yeah.
Baker's not that dude. Like, they went out and got him a run game. Hollywood brought that up. They got the run game. He said, well, all they need is a couple receivers. Listen, I don't care what you think. I don't care what you feel. Odell and Jarvis Landry together, LSU days, with Joe Burrow, hello.
Whichever one's that only has 6 stops on it.
It's something to, it's a resume to be spoken for, I guess is what I was trying to get at.
Oh, fuck.
Baker folds. I mean, what do you think, big boy? Do you think he folds or not?
I think he does. I mean, there's been play opportunities where he should make things happen. He didn't. I mean, I know next year I won't pick him up on my fantasy. I'll tell you that right now because he didn't perform for me. I tell you, he performed for me in my fantasy was Josh Allen and Jared Goff. Those 2 guys performed for me, barely. But Baker Mayfield, he was a big point to me.
Look, man, there are just cursed franchises. I don't think Detroit, in my lifetime or in either one of y'all's lifetime will ever win another championship. The Detroit Lions. I don't think they'll ever win one.
Look how the city is ran.
Huh?
Look how Detroit is ran. Detroit, it's a freaking. I think they don't put enough pride in that city, and it shows when it comes to other things too. So.
What's it going to be?
I agree. But this is, like I said earlier, this was the reason why I wanted to do the Bucks and Rams first, because I knew we were going to take off on this deep subject for a minute. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to throw my pick in here. I think Brady and the Bucks will win. Just based off of experience, I think Tom will find a way to win. I don't want him to. I really want the Rams to win. Because like Hollywood said, I would like to see Stafford have a chance to get one. So, with that being said, I think we've kind of lost Hollywood for the moment. So I'm gonna throw it to you first, big boy. So we're going on to the last game.
We're
on to the last game. 49ers, Packers. Who do you have?
No.
Man, I'm gonna go Green Bay.
I'll take it.
I'm gonna say Green Bay. I'm gonna say Green Bay because I think Green Bay has way more experience when it comes to these kind of types of games than what San Francisco has with the current type of roster they have right now.
I'm sorry, boys. I'm at work. What's going on?
Well, I don't know about you. You'll catch up here in just 2 seconds. I don't know about you, big boy, but for me, the difference in that game is Aaron Rodgers versus Jimmy Garoppolo.
Well, what I'm saying is
go-
too,
I
Aaron
could
Rodgers has more experience. Like, no, he doesn't have experience. He has more experience than what Garoppolo has, of course.
Right, but Aaron Rodgers also has more talent in his pinky than Jimmy Garoppolo has in his entire body. Like that's a huge difference, man. Like for me, no matter how good San Francisco's defense is, because they're stellar, they're legit. Joey Bosa is a monster, and he's supposed to be back, and he's supposed to be playing for him. Wait, no, Nick Bosa. I'm sorry, Nick Bosa. Joey Bosa's with the Chargers. Anyway, he's just the cornerstone of that defense, and he's a beast, and he's a monster. But, man, like you're talking – I hate to say this. I really do. But you're talking about Aaron fucking Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Like this dude – he is so good on so many levels. It is absolutely ridiculous. Like the way that John Madden used to froth and basically get hard at the name of Brett Favre throughout his entire career is kind of how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. He's just always been my favorite quarterback to watch. As much as I hate the Green Bay Packers. As much as I hate them. I hate the fact that he plays for the Green Bay franchise, but God, he has been so much fun to watch. And that is the only reason why I give it to Green Bay. Because I think that the Green Bay offense under him will put up more points than the Jimmy Garoppolo-led offense. I think Green Bay's defense will make more stops. And I just – Aaron Rodgers, dude. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. How are you going to stop that? They've got nobody that can stop that combo. So, my take, Green Bay. Green Bay moves on to the NFC Championship game.
I agree.
Yeah, me too.
What about you?
There's more experience there, too.
Well, my thing is that the San Francisco's defense scares me. That's the only thing. Nick Bosa scares the ever-loving crap out of me. If we could stop Nick Bosa, then game's over. And if our defense actually shows up to play, it depends on which defense shows up. Some days they're one of the top defenses, and some days they are like, hey, listen, we're going to be, South Putt High. I mean, Hillcrest High School. I mean, that's like how they're going to play. So it just depends on which defense shows up. That's my opinion. So,
but who do you have winning it?
I still have the Packers. I'm always going to choose the Packers because I've been a Packers fan for 27 years. So, of course, it's always going to be the Packers. That being said, yeah, I still got them winning. So I'm still nervous, but I was nervous for the Ohio State-Utah game. And look how that turned out. Beating them by 3.
Yeah, good reason to be nervous.
It is a good reason to be nervous.
Although there were records shattered in that game in the Rose Bowl that I don't know that will be shattered for quite some time.
I don't think it will be either. I mean, maybe by the same guys the next year if they go to the Rose Bowl again.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on who they play against. But I don't see Ohio State not being in the championship for at least the next 2 years, if not 3. I think their defense is going to be is going to really shape up, especially with the defensive coordinator they get. Anyways, I digress. We're getting off the subject here.
All right. So based off of everybody's picks, majority rules. That's how we always do this because we keep it real. So we got the Bengals versus the Bills for the, and we have the Packers versus the, what we say, Rams?
Yeah.
All right. Big boy, who wins those games?
It's a Packers versus who again?
Rams. I'm sorry.
I still know what I think. Packers, man. Packers won that one.
You know what? I think that too. You know why? And it's hilarious because I just told Hollywood this a little while ago. Aaron Rodgers has always beat Matthew Stafford at chess. He's always beat him. He was with the Lions for how long? He beat Aaron Rodgers, I think, 2 times out of the 14 they played.
Okay, I know I'm the last person to play devil's advocate for anybody, but you have to understand it's a different chess game this year because Aaron Rodgers, it's a different chess game this year.
But how? How is it different?
Because he was playing Matt Stafford against the Lions. It's like having a full everybody, and then you're playing without your knights against somebody who has knights, or you're playing with
So basically,
had the pieces.
Basically, you're telling me that you replaced your knights with the Island Boys.
Oh God. I seen that the other day for the first time, and
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
I'm just saying this is going to be different because yes, Matt Stafford had Megatron, and that was really it.
Yeah,
he had that Sue guy, which I've always hated. I've always hated the Lions because of that one Thanksgiving game.
Ndamukong Suh.
Ndamukong dumbass Sue, yeah. I'd fight that motherfucker if I ever met him in real life. I swear I would. Anyways, that was like the only year they came close to beating them, and then Rodgers ended up pulling away in the second half and completely destroying them. But Matt Stafford's never had a defense. He's never had a lot of weapons of offense. It's always been Matt Stafford throwing to Calvin Johnson, and that's it.
Yeah. And now, for the first time this year, he finally has weapons and he has options. So, yeah, I get it. I get where you're going with it. It could be the turning point, because at some point there always comes a turning point. Right? I'm just banking on the fact that this dude has been pwned for so long by Aaron Rodgers that he cannot overcome that mental hurdle. That's my take. That's
like
my
Tom Brady, like Tom Brady and Peyton Manning.
Oh shit!
Don't.
You didn't.
Just don't.
No, you didn't.
Son, just don't. Let's not go down that road, okay? Please.
Oh my God! Good point. Good point, big boy.
That is a good point, but let's just not start down that road.
Oh, we're not.
Because I will not stop my tangent.
No. I just throw it out there as like a little, another metaphorical image, But no, we're not gonna go that route because we're not gonna make this a 5-hour podcast.
I mean, we could.
Oh no, I won't. I'll be out.
I'll be the only one talking for the last 2 hours. Most of you guys have done passed out.
Is he still talking?
Like, Hollywood, shut the fuck up, dude.
Big boy wakes up the next day and finds out that it's still recording, and 14 hours later, you're still talking about your life.
I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna edit this one out.
I don't have enough RAM on my computer to install this shit.
I broke my rewind button. But again, I gotta take I got to take Aaron Rodgers just because I don't want it. I want the Rams to win. I want the Rams to go to the Super Bowl. Out of the NFC of the teams that are left,
Hater.
I want the Rams to go to the Super Bowl.
Hater.
Well, no, maybe.
Hater.
No.
Yeah.
But out of the AFC, man, I really would like to see Cincinnati go because, man, they haven't been since 1988, and it's like, I was a kid. I was a kid when I saw them go to the Super Bowl, like a little guy.
I really don't want them.
And I watched them get their asses beat by Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Ronnie Lott, and Roger Craig and the entire 49ers squad. And it was just like, it wasn't a game. And then the very next year, those same 49ers were back in the Super Bowl in '89 against the Denver Broncos, and they just whipped their ass 55-10. Like, it was not a game. I just think that best game-wise, I want the Bengals to go, but the best game-wise is Rams versus Bills. I think that would be an amazing Super Bowl to watch. Just my opinion.
Hater.
That's fair.
Paula. Brought it back.
Well,
Paula.
all right. So I can already hear Big Boy tapping out. He's like, "Oh, I'm tired. I only have 4 hours of sleep. Blah, blah, blah. Gotta go to sleep." Yeah. Yeah, you tapping out, right?
No, I'm just listening to see how you think that your Super Bowl pick that's what's going on. And I hear him in the background saying, you Packers at. Like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm going to go to the Packers. I'm not a fudge Packer fan, but I'm going to go with the Packers.
Really?
Yeah. I could see Aaron Rodgers win when he ain't won one for a while. So
I knew it. You just want to see Aaron Rodgers win another one before he leaves Green Bay like he's going to do at the end of the year.
Hey.
That's exactly what I want to see happen. I think Aaron Rodgers will win this one, and then he'll peace out with Devontae Adams himself and probably Randall Cobb, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know where they're going.
They're not going there. Go kill yourself.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel some tenseness in the atmosphere.
Well, good.
Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Juju Smith-Schuster.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Big boy, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to the podcast, but
Oh, no. Don't you dare run away now.
I'm gonna have to. I'm tapping out. I'm tired now. Because I think that's what X is trying to do. He's like, "Hey, big boy, yeah, you're the one who's He just doesn't want to hear the fact that Packers are going to win.
No, not true. Not true. I'll out-talk all you guys right now. Big boy will be asleep, and you and I at 11 o'clock in the morning will still be talking.
Hey, that's why y'all better than me.
Ain't nobody better than you, big boy. Nobody.
No.
Nobody knows the trouble I've been.
I know.
I'm just a tree in someone's field, okay?
You're just a tree in someone's
I'm
field.
sorry. Hold on.
Big boy live, and now he's just quiet, lets us just do all the talking today. What? Nah. Works, dog.
Wait a minute. Hollywood, did you hear that reference that he just made to being a what?
A tree?
A tree. Did
A
you
very
and
strong-
I not just have a conversation about this?
What? Uh-oh.
I don't remember. I don't know what you're referencing here. I'm not picking up what you're putting down.
Remember what I told you about the person that I was talking to at work tonight about being a tree?
Yes.
That's what I was talking about. And then he just said that about being a tree, not knowing anything. Man, stuff like this blows my mind, dude.
Get it?
Hey,
I get it.
tell you.
So big boy, I don't know if you heard. I'm gonna talk really fast, really quick, and condense it as much as I can. I don't know if you heard about the drama that happened tonight before we left work.
I heard.
Okay, well, that was my line. That all that stuff went down on. So it was one of those things where it was like, I was telling Hollywood earlier because, you know, he had called me and I was still at work dealing with that issue and trying to get everything figured out. And whenever he called, you know, I told him what was going on. I told him the story and we had talked, and I told him the conversation that I had with that guy throughout the entire night. And I told him, I said, this is the part that kills me so much, that you said tree. Because I told him, I said, right now, I said, you're like a leaf. I said, not attached to anything. And every time the wind blows, you just go with whatever direction it takes you. I said, you don't need to be a leaf. I said, you need to be a tree. I said, you need to have strong roots. I said, you need to have a foundation. I said, you need to find yourself, find that foundation and build yourself up from that. I literally told this dude that tonight. And then all this stuff happened later. And then you just made the reference to the tree that you just did. And I'm telling you, like, I still got goosebumps.
I think that's a stretch. There's no goosebumps to be had.
Well, it's true, though. I mean, a lot of times, a lot of people are like, a lot of people are like, you know, they go wherever they go, and everybody's afraid to stand tall and be a tree, you know, at their own root, so you don't fall.
Yeah. Well, here's a question, guys. If the tree's in the woods and it falls and no one's around to hear it, doesn't make a sound.
You know,
You're the podcast, Drew.
yeah,
Allow
podcast.
allow me to start off by saying, fuck you, Drew.
Yeah, fuck you, Drew.
Let's go, Brandon.
No, I'm running Bolivar too. I am now.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go, Brandon.
Woo!
One of these days I'm gonna have Drew on our podcast, guys, as a guest.
Hey,
Just because I've said fuck you, Drew, so many times. Well, I would love to, but none of it's made up. All of it's either indoors or whatever.
This is a family
Hey,
show.
is this Tractor Lebanon? Is that the one that's actually in Lebanon? No. Oh, it's in Bolivar. Okay. That'll be the last bit. Okay.
Stay focused on the cast, or we're going to let you go.
But you know, I just want to say it's going to be a good playoff picture, a good football finals. You know, and I'm very anxious to see how it all plays out.
I'm going to do donuts. I'll be back.
There it is. Closing thoughts by Big Boy. He just gave them to you. He's tapping out. He's going to bed, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Go ahead, Hollywood.
Wait, what? Well, are we closing up right now? Are you guys serious?
I'm not. I'll keep going, but I think he's done.
Well, why don't you let him say he's done rather than think for him, huh?
I'm not gonna
I'm
be on
sorry,
too much
I know
longer.
him really well.
Oh, really, Jake? You really know me very well.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You do. I'm gonna stay on for probably another 5 to 10. I'm about to hit the sack.
All right, 20 minutes heard. We got 20 minutes.
Okay,
That's
sounds
what
good
that
to me.
means. 5 to 10 means we've got 20 minutes. So let's take advantage of this 20 minutes. So go ahead, Hollywood, take us off.
With what? I mean, like, you don't understand. It's because you guys are off work. Some of us work real hours. So,
Wow.
you know,
Wow.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow.
that 20 minutes just went to 2 minutes, motherfucker.
I'd like to say to all the fans, thanks for enjoying Hollywood Real Talk on Big Boy Live. This will be my last broadcast with these guys because apparently I've struck a nerve.
Wow.
So, all right. So I got a question to ask you guys. All right. So I want both.
Okay.
I want.
Oh, God.
Hold
I'm
on.
afraid.
Hold on. Give me a second. So I got a real question to ask both of you guys, and I want both of you guys' opinions on it.
Okay.
When it's so cold outside that your testicles and your penis retreat into your asshole, what do you do to get them out?
Fart.
All I'm saying is, never had testicles and penis retreat into my asshole before.
It's just one quick blow.
You know what, guys?
Oh my God.
That 20 minutes is looking like 2 to me to also. So. We got X over here doing
I'm
some
good. I'm
great
good.
humor.
Oh shit, that was great. I don't
Of
know.
course, I'm one.
And here's the thing: I don't even know which one of you said it at this point.
Said what? Fart?
Mm-hmm.
That was
That was
definitely
me.
Big Boy. I'm not taking credit for that gem of a joke.
Oh man. Hey, hold on. All right. So, so gem of a joke time. Big Boy, I've been wanting to tell you this joke for a really long time, but I wanted to wait until we were live. Hollywood,
Oh God.
do not say the answer because you already know what it is.
Oh
So,
God.
Big Boy, I got a question for you.
Oh God.
What did
Oh,
the
I'm
DJ
here, brother.
name his son?
Oh God! Don't do this, Jake.
What?
I have to.
Don't do this.
Gosh. You're
I'm
going
not
to be
ready.
so proud of me later.
Okay.
What did the DJ name his son, Big Boy?
Is it? Oh no.
Eric.
I just said that. I said it.
I thought you said Emmett.
I know. No.
Oh, God.
Oh God!
I was like, I said DJ, not banjo player, motherfucker. Oh,
Ernest, as in Ernest T. Bass.
Ernest T. Bass. Oh,
Oh my God.
What's the DJ name of his son?
so
Emmett?
I thought he said. That's what I thought he said. Is why I started laughing so hard. What did the DJ name his son? Chicken Emmett? I was like, what the fuck? That doesn't even make sense.
Hey.
Woo! All right, Emmett.
All right.
Oh, wow.
So the backstory to that joke. The
Oh,
backstory to that joke is
no names.
is they came out to visit. My family came out to visit, and we were sitting in my living room at my old house, and we were playing Uno, and I just looked over and I told that joke to somebody special, and I think she peed quite a bit, laughing at that joke. And sitting there looking at my family, I was laughing at the fact that for the first time ever in my entire life, I had told a joke that my brother had rolled his eyes at, and that's what made it so special, and that's what it was. But I mean, ding 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 ding. So now that's the new running joke. And I know someone who will tell someone that joke later and probably cause another urinating falls to encounter. So
me and my wife, and we were playing, like he had said, we were playing, and he told that joke, and she laughed so hard at the joke. And it wasn't that I didn't think the joke was funny. Let me put this out there. It wasn't that I didn't think the joke was funny, because I was like, oh, nice. But it was one of those things like, oh, that's a good chuckle. That's a good, guffaw, whatever. It's the fact that she proceeded to laugh for the next 20 minutes, and I'm not exaggerating that. Because, and here's why it annoyed me, because every time she'd start to calm down, Douche Canoe over here, or one of the other 6 people we were with there started saying, hey, Eric, and she'd lose it all over again, and I had to wait to lay down my draw 4 for like 20 minutes. By that time, I was just like, I don't even want to play this stupid game anymore. Like, it wasn't like, normally, you see your spouse and you get tickled at them getting tickled, and normally I do, but it was like, I'm just like, it wasn't that funny of a joke, and she thought it was like the gem, the creme de la creme, the joke of all jokes, and I'm like, yeah, that's why I should manage the checkbook.
That's how it is sometimes.
Anything.
Sometimes
No, I didn't think it was that funny.
what's not funny to you may be funny to someone else.
I'm not getting an attitude with you. Don't you get smart with me, pal.
Uh-oh. Shots fired.
We need security.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need Big Boy to come over here and do something big and, black.
All right. I'll bring the Vaseline.
I'll bring the Vaseline. Oh, dear God.
You're bringing what?
It was all right.
I'm going to processing to grab some Vaseline.
I already have Vaseline here, buddy. I know where I work.
Wow.
And I already have Vaseline in massive quantities.
Huh? All of it?
Oh,
Hey.
all of the Vaseline.
Then why did Drew give me door 39 to unload?
Because that's where it's going to be the smoothest.
He sure did unloaded it.
Hey, so how did I get off of this? I'm not backing out. I got like 5 skids to put back in it, bro.
He said, yes, on the whole, preparation H does feel better.
Right?
Name brand.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Hey.
God.
Hey, big boy, did you hear that beep beep?
Beep beep.
That means he's powdering the balls again.
Kapluka.
I love how you guys make jokes at my expense whenever I'm busy doing something, and I can't defend myself. I mean, that's fucked up. I can't defend myself.
I think it's fantastic that you can keep your composure through all of our jokes.
Well, what can I say? I'm just that good. I was actually just thinking about the Everett joke again, and it just kind of, it just literally makes me have the straightest face because I think it's the dumbest joke I've ever heard in my life.
Ooh.
But my wife likes it, so.
Well, that's okay. You're a Packers fan. I don't expect you to have a sense of humor.
Shots
Okay.
fired.
I'm just trying to put 2 and 2 together. How is it that because I'm a Packers fan, I don't have a sense of humor?
You're
I'm just
frozen.
trying to put those together.
You're frozen
Hey.
like the tundra. Frozen tundra.
Frozen tundras like my heart.
That's right. You can you can chip a piece of ice off your heart if you can find it.
Ooh.
I can't. I got too much fat over top of it.
Yeah, too much cheese, right?
Right? Too much cheddar. Too much cheddar.
All right. Well, listen, y'all. I'm gonna start everything off with the closing thought.
That's what she
I
said.
can hear the tones in the two of our voices changing. Big boy. So my closing thought is going to be this: love and sports. What's your favorite? I'm going to throw it off to you, big boy.
You know, I'm a football kind of guy. I like to try and score 1 yard at a time.
That's what she said.
That's how big his dick is.
No, I'm more. Yeah, you know, no. My love life is like trying to move the chains, an inch at a time.
Yeah. If we're talking love life, mine's 4th and inches.
Mine
I'm
gets
sorry.
thrown flags up. Mine gets thrown flags all the time. Pass interference. 15 yards. Hey, the closest I get to a touchdown is a guy that takes the pictures.
Closest you get to a touchdown is a good prostate exam.
Oh, wow.
It was just a person I had to do it.
Well, you know.
That's what I get it. Box of tissues and Pornhub on a Saturday night.
All right, all I heard was something like tissues.
Make sure they're extra soft, you know. Tissues.
With aloe.
I can't have my nose being rough.
Yeah, right. That's true.
If it ain't Charmin, hey, if it ain't Charmin, I don't want it.
The quilted quicker picker upper bounty.
Brownie.
Bounty, not brawny, you dork.
Oh, my bad. Hey, that's a Dollar Tree brand.
I'm sorry. I just straight high school and insulted you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're good.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
All right, y'all. This has been a great podcast. I'm going to sign off first. Still gonna stick with the Bengals Bucks, even though I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I would like to see it, but at the same time, I wouldn't, just because I want the Packers to get fucked. Hello, and that is my closing thought on the segment. Love you, Hollywood.
Did
you just say Eric?
Well, having a stroke over there. I guess I'll give my closing thoughts. X can sit and spin.
Oh, wow. Well, everybody.
And I will. And I surely will.
Well, everybody, once again, we just had an epic podcast.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh my gosh!
What? I mean, Chucky Darns. Chucky Darns.
Oh shoot! Oh. Woo! Like I said, everybody, it was a great podcast. Man, we had some great laughs, talked about some good sports. You know, okay. Yeah, I think we need to start doing that. Have a little more topic-based podcast. Some type of episode because it was pretty fun tonight with some great jokes and great laughs.
That just means we have to continue to wait on you.
Well,
Uh-oh.
Well, not everybody's 5 minutes of work.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
I'm just saying.
Fired.
Much love, much love, much love.
Thank you all so much. Thank you all.
We love y'all. We love y'all a lot.
I mean, I don't know you guys really, but like, I hope you do good and all that. So, bye.
And we will.
That's right, everybody. Thank you for listening into the podcast. This is your boy, Big Boy. This podcast is brought to you and sponsored by Terra Jersey Enterprise. Terra Jersey Enterprise will hook you up with some custom shirts. Also, Terra Jersey Photography, capturing your moments of today to make them last for a lifetime. But like I said, this podcast is brought to you by Terra Jersey Enterprise.